Hello students, welcome back. Students, in previous lecture we had a discussion about solubility of solids in a liquid solvents, and students, we were discussing factors of that affect solubility of a solid in a liquid solvent. So the first factor was nature of a solute and solvent. The second we have discussed, that was temperature. Now students, will continue with the same topic, and now we are going to discuss the third factor, which is effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. Students, will there be any effect of increase of pressure on the solubility of a solid in a liquid solvent? Students, answer is no. Why? Because solids and liquids are very less compressible, or we say they are almost incompressible. So that means increase in pressure will not affect solubility of a solid in a liquid solvent. So conclusion is, when we increase pressure, there will be no effect on the solubility of solid in a liquid solvent. So students, this is it for the solubility of solids in liquid solvents. Now we'll move on to the next topic, which is solubility of a gas in liquid solvent. So students, हमारा जो अगला टॉपिक है, it is now about solubility of a gas in a liquid solvent. In a liquid solvent. Now students, we know that like solids, gases also dissolve in water spontaneously to form a homogeneous mixture, which is called solution. But the extent of dissolution of gases is not same. Some gases are highly soluble in water. For example, gases like HCl, gases like ammonia, gases like sulfur dioxide. Students, all these gases are highly soluble in water. Whereas students, gases like oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc., they are very less soluble. They are very less soluble in water. Here I must tell you that oxygen is very less soluble in water, but students, ऑक्सीजन जितना भी वाटर में डिसॉल्व करता है, इट इज सफिशिएंट टू सस्टेन एक्वाटिक लाइफ. सो स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ वी विल डिस्कस दैट what are the factors which affect solubility of a gas in liquid solvent. So students, the first factor we have is nature of gas and liquid solvent. So this is our first factor, students. Now here we are going to discuss why some gases are highly soluble while others are very less soluble. So students, here I will give you I'm going to give you a one generalization that all those gases which react chemically with the solvent, that means which say undergo dissociation or ionization in the liquid solvent, dissolve in that solvent readily, whereas gases which do not chemically react with the solvent remain insoluble, or they are very less soluble. Now students, why we say HCl is highly soluble in water? Because when we pass HCl through water, it undergoes a chemical change. It undergoes actually ionization to give hydronium ions and chloride ions, and this is called hydrochloric acid. Now SO2 is highly soluble in water because in water it undergoes hydrolysis, giving what? Sulfurous acid. So there is a chemical process, or there is a compound formation. Why is ammonia highly soluble in water? Students, it is again because of the fact that ammonia reacts with water forming ammonium hydroxide. So why these gases like HCl, SO2 and ammonia are highly soluble in water? Students, this is because they undergo a chemical change on reaction with the liquid solvent. Now students, whereas gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen have very low solubility in water because they do not undergo a chemical change in, say, water. Now students, the solubility of a gas also depends on nature of the liquid solvent. For example, students, we say gases like nitrogen, oxygens, they are more soluble. They are more soluble in ethanol than water. Whereas gases like H2S, gases like ammonia, they are more soluble in water. They are more soluble in water than what? Say ethanol. So students, here we are using light dissolves like phenomena because these gases are polar. Water is polar, so they dissolve more in water than ethanol. Now these gases are non-polar. Ethanol is also very less polar. So these gases therefore are more soluble in ethanol than water. Now students, we will discuss the second factor, which is temperature. Now, so what is the effect of temperature on the solubility of a gas? Students, gas when dissolved in a liquid solvent, say, forms a homogeneous mixture known as solution. And students, dissolution of a gas in a liquid solvent is a spontaneous process, which means the Gibbs energy change for the process is negative. Now students, अगर ये reaction spontaneous है तो we have to see why it is spontaneous. Students, what about delta S means entropy change in this process? Student, gas जब एक liquid solvent में dissolve करके solution बनाएगा, the solubility will decrease because gases have greater entropy than the liquid solutions. So we say here entropy is decreasing, which means this factor is not favorable for spontaneity, but reaction तो spontaneous है. So इसका मतलब obvious है that the other factor, which is called enthalpy change, is favorable. And students, enthalpy change favorable कब होता है? When it is negative. So students, we say that dissolution of a gas is an exothermic process in forward direction. So this is an exothermic process. Now students, we will use Le-Chatelier's principle to study the effect of temperature. Now this reaction is exothermic, and we know that when temperature is increased, equilibrium shifts towards endothermic reaction. Now students, see which reaction is endothermic? Forward to exothermic hai. So obvious hai, when we increase temperature, reaction will favor endothermic side. Endothermic means the backward process. Means as temperature is raised, the dissolved gas escapes. Means जो gas dissolve भी हो गया liquid solvent में, वो release होना शुरू हो जाता है. So we say that solubility of a gas decreases with increase in temperature. Students, that is why these aerated water bottles, or we say soda water, soft drinks, they are generally stored in what? They are stored in a refrigerator. Why? Because at low temperature, they have the gases like carbon dioxide has more solubility. Now students, we will move on to the next factor, which is very, very important, which is pressure. So students, what will be the effect of change in pressure on the solubility of gas in a liquid solvent? So we are going to discuss now effect of pressure. प्रेशर बढ़ने से गैस की solubility पे क्या असर पड़ेगा? Now listen students. Say this is a liquid solvent. So we have a liquid solvent and then we have a gas or vapors above this liquid solvent. So, and this is say a piston. So this is a piston which is acted upon by atmospheric pressure. Say, so इसके piston के ऊपर अभी कितना pressure है? जितना atmospheric pressure है. So the gas molecules, they strike this liquid surface and dissolve in it. So we say dissolution होता है. But then students, at any given temperature, what? Gas जो dissolve हो चुका होगा उसमें से थोड़ा बहुत release भी होता है. So एक stage पे there will be an equilibrium between the dissolved and the undissolved gas. So this is the gas phase, this is the solution phase. Now students, अगर मैं इसका टेम्परेचर एक सेम टेम्परेचर पे प्रेशर अब बढ़ा दूं, प्रेशर बढ़ाने से क्या होगा? नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, वेसल वही है बट पिस्टन मैंने थोड़ा सा नीचे मूव कर दिया. लिक्विड पे ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. सो लिक्विड सॉल्वेंट उतना ही है. बट नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, व्हेन वी इंक्रीज प्रेशर ऑन दिस पिस्टन, से अब जो प्रेशर है से वो पहले से बहुत ज्यादा है. Now, what will happen, students? The number of moles per unit volume will increase. So, यहाँ पर gas molecules एक unit volume में पहले से ज्यादा हो जाएंगे. तो total number of molecules तो अभी भी उतने रहेंगे, but a unit volume gas molecules increase करेंगे. उससे क्या होगा? Now the more molecules will strike the liquid surface and therefore more gas molecules will dissolve in the liquid solvent until a new equilibrium is achieved. So students, what we see is that when we increase pressure, more number of gas molecules dissolve in a liquid solvent. So students, what we see is that solubility of a gas is directly proportional or is proportional to the pressure of gas above the liquid solvent. So this is a very simple generalization. Now student, the quantitative relationship between solubility of a gas and the pressure was given by Henry. And he actually gave a law which is called Henry's law. Now which states that solubility of a gas in a liquid solvent at a specified temperature is proportional to the partial pressure of the gas. So the actual statement he gave was the mass of the gas that dissolves in a given quantity of solvent M is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas over the liquid solution or the liquid solvent. Now student, this was the Henry's statement. Now Dalton was a contemporary of Henry. He said, or he concluded independently, that solubility of a gas is a function of partial pressure of the gas. Now students, Dalton said that mole fraction is a better method for expressing concentration of a gas as it is unitless. So students, he actually expressed solubility of a gas in terms of mole fraction and stated that the mole fraction of the gas in the solution is proportional to partial pressure of the gas above the liquid solvent. Means जितना partial pressure gas का liquid solvent के ऊपर होगा उतना ज़्यादा mole fraction gas का होगा in the solution. So mathematically this can also be written as X, which is mole fraction, KH into P. Students, this KH is called Henry's constant. This KH is called Henry's constant and the value of this Henry's constant depends on nature of gas, it depends on nature of solvent, and also it depends on temperature. So students, this was the mathematical statement of Henry's law, which was given by Dalton. Now students, this equation x is equal to kH into partial pressure of gas is just like equation of what? Straight line y is equal to mx plus c, where y is mole fraction say, so slope is equal to the Henry's constant, x here is partial pressure of gas, and y intercept of this equation is what? 0. C का value say 0 है. So when we plot a graph between say partial pressure of the gas and mole fraction of the gas, this will be a straight line, and slope of this line, that means tangent of theta, will be what? Henry's constant. But students, एक चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इस स्टेटमेंट को यूज करने से पहले, बिकॉज आपको ये वाला स्टेटमेंट अगर यूज करना है तो से किसी न्यूमेरिकल में, तो आप ये देख लेना कि व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ हेनरीज कांस्टेंट. मैं ऐसा क्यों कह रहा हूं? क्योंकि हेनरीज लॉ के दो स्टेटमेंट है. अभी मैं आपको स्टेटमेंट 1 बता रहा हूं. नाउ x is equal to kh into p. So kh will be what? It will be x upon p. Now students, units of kh क्या होंगे फिर? See, x is a mole fraction which is unitless. So डिनोमिनेटर में प्रेशर है, तो इसका यूनिट जो प्रेशर का यूनिट होगा उसका इनवर्स, दैट इज एटमॉस्फेयर इनवर्स और बार इनवर्स. सो स्टूडेंट्स, आपने यूनिट्स केएच के देखने हैं, और अगर केएच के यूनिट्स आर यूनिट्स ऑफ प्रेशर इनवर्स, देन यूज दिस स्टेटमेंट. नाउ फ्रॉम दिस स्टेटमेंट वी सी दैट दिस स्लोप ऑफ दिस लाइन इज इक्वल टू केएच. So students, अब मैं आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं. Say there is a graph between P and X, that is partial pressure of gas and mole fraction of the gas in the solution, and we have 3 straight lines for 3 different gases A, B and C. Now suppose अगर मैं आपसे ये पूछूं which is the most soluble, इनमें से सबसे ज्यादा सॉल्युबल गैस कौन सा है? तो स्टूडेंट बहुत इजी है. आप यहां से देखो इस स्टेटमेंट से दैट सी KH into X means Henry's constant into X. X denotes what? Solubility. So solubility is proportional to Henry's constant, which means अगर Henry's constant यानी स्लोप ज्यादा है तो solubility भी ज्यादा है. तो इसमें सबसे ज्यादा स्लोप किसका है? ये वाले गैस के लिए. सो वी से A इज मोस्ट सॉल्युबल, उसके बाद B, और सबसे कम सॉल्युबल होगा C. सो दिस इज हेनरीज लॉ फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. बट स्टूडेंट्स, द मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड फॉर्म ऑफ हेनरीज लॉ इज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट. सो द मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड Henry's law states that partial pressure of the gas over the liquid solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. So partial pressure of the gas is proportional to what? Mole fraction of the gas in the solution at a specified temperature. So most commonly used form ये है, means x directly x proportional to p नहीं, rather p proportional to x कहा था. और from this we write p is equal to kh into x. स्टूडेंट्स, यही फॉर्म एनसीईआरटी बुक में भी दिया है और यही ज्यादा यूज होता है. बट हेनरीज लॉ का पहले वाला स्टेटमेंट जो अभी कराया मैंने वो भी यूज होता है. बट आपको जस्ट यूज कौन सा करना है ये kh के यूनिट से पता चल जाएगा. बिकॉज स्टूडेंट्स, यहां भी से ये आपका मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड स्टेटमेंट है हेनरीज लॉ का, एंड नाउ सी, अगर यहां पर आप KH के लिए एक्सप्रेशन देखते हैं तो इट इज पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑफ द गैस अपॉन व्हाट, X. So therefore units of Henry's constant, KH के यूनिट्स यहां पर क्या होंगे, P के यूनिट्स डिवाइडेड बाय X के यूनिट्स, बट X इज यूनिटलेस, सो KH के यूनिट्स वही होंगे जो प्रेशर के यूनिट्स है, यानी यूनिट्स ऑफ KH आर इधर बार और से एटमॉस्फेयर. सो स्टूडेंट्स, KH के यूनिट्स अगर बार और एटमॉस्फेयर में हो तो आपने ये स्टेटमेंट यूज करना. और वैसे भी मैं आपको बता दूं से अगर KH के यूनिट्स नहीं दिए हैं, यूज दिस स्टेटमेंट, बिकॉज कॉमनली यूज स्टेटमेंट यही है. बट द अदर स्टेटमेंट दैट इज द ऑपोजिट, X इज इक्वल टू KH इंटू P, कैन बी यूज्ड डिपेंडिंग अपॉन यूनिट्स ऑफ KH. अब स्टूडेंट्स आपके पास KH और सॉल्युबिलिटी में यहां पर देख लो. सो फ्रॉम दिस वी से एट अ गिवन प्रेशर KH and X denotes what? Solubility. They are inversely proportional. Now again one more thing students, when we compare this equation with equation of straight line, again we see that Y is for partial pressure of gas, M that is slope is KH, and X is the mole fraction of the gas. Now so when we plot a graph between X, that is mole fraction of gas in the solution, and partial pressure of the gas, this will be a straight line, and slope of this line is again what? Henry's constant. Now I have a question. We plot P and X graph for three different gases A, B and C. Say this is gas A, this is B, this is C at a constant temperature. Now students, which out of these three gases is most soluble? से अगर मैं आपसे पूछता हूं इनमें से सबसे ज्यादा soluble कौन सा गैस है, तो स्टूडेंट्स ध्यान रखना, अब मैं जो स्टेटमेंट यूज कर रहा हूं वो ये है, और इस स्टेटमेंट में क्लियर है दैट हेनरीज कांस्टेंट दैट इज स्लोप. हेनरीज कांस्टेंट मतलब इस लाइन का स्लोप, और सॉल्युबिलिटी में क्या रिलेशन है, दे आर इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल, विच मींस जिस गैस का स्लोप सबसे कम है उसका सॉल्युबिलिटी सबसे ज्यादा होगा. सो हियर स्टूडेंट आंसर वुड बी C is most soluble, then B, and last we have A. So students, ये बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज हेनरीज लॉ को सब इतना इजी समझते हैं, बट कई बार क्वेश्चंस में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है, बिकॉज स्टूडेंट्स ये ध्यान ही नहीं देते कि जो न्यूमेरिकल आपको दिया गया है उसमें KH के यूनिट्स क्या हैं. अगर सपोज KH का यूनिट, स्टूडेंट्स अगर KH का यूनिट दिया है एंड से इट इज एटमॉस्फेयर इनवर्स और बार इनवर्स, स्टूडेंट समझ जाना आपको ये वाला स्टेटमेंट यूज कर रहा है, दैट इज X that is mole fraction is equal to, but अगर KH का यूनिट प्रेशर के यूनिट जैसा है देन आपको ये वाला स्टेटमेंट यूज करना है. और मैं आपको बता रहा हूं अगर KH के यूनिट ना दिए गए हो तो आपने ये सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट ही यूज करना है. सो स्टूडेंट दिस वाज हेनरीज लॉ, जिसका एक सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म आपने +1 में भी इक्विलिब्रियम चैप्टर में पढ़ा था. Now students will discuss what is the effect of temperature on this Henry's constant, because this value of Henry's constant I said depends on what? It depends on nature of gas. कैसे? जो gases highly soluble है उनका Henry's constant कम होगा. Secondly, it also depends on nature of solvent, means जिस solvent में gas की solubility what? ज्यादा होगी, Henry's constant का value कम होगा. Now students, the most important is effect of temperature on Henry's constant. Students, I have a data for gases nitrogen and oxygen at two different temperatures, that is 293 Kelvin and 303 Kelvin. Students, their Henry's constant are given and the unit is kilobar. That means KH has units of what? Pressure. एक बात तो क्लियर है, इसका मतलब वी आर यूजिंग दिस स्टेटमेंट. वैसे भी जो कंटेम्परेरी स्टेटमेंट है यही है, जो कॉमनली यूज फॉर्म भी वो यही होता है. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स सी दिस, नाइट्रोजन का जो हेनरीज कांस्टेंट है C, at 293 76.48 kilobar है, but at higher temperature the KH what increases. Same is for the gas oxygen. At 293 Kelvin, the Henry's law constant value is 34.86 kilobar, and at higher temperature it is 46.82 kilobar, which means we observe that as temperature increases, value of KH increases. KH का value increase करता है. So we say that KH is proportional to temperature, means टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा तो KH भी बढ़ता है. बट स्टूडेंट्स, ये तो चलो डाटा का एनालिसिस करके पता चला, हम इसको थ्योरेटिकली भी कर सकते हैं. कैसे स्टूडेंट्स? फ्रॉम द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ हेनरीज लॉ, P is equal to KH into mole fraction of the gas, we say that KH is what? Equal to P upon X, which implies Henry's law constant, and Kx denotes solubility. So KH and solubility, they are what? Inversely proportional. So students, we have relationship between KH and solubility. But then students, we also know that what? That solubility of a gas at a given pressure is इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू टेम्परेचर. हमने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले टेम्परेचर का इफेक्ट भी स्टडी किया था, जिसमें कहा था टेम्परेचर बढ़ने से सॉल्युबिलिटी घटेगा. सो सॉल्युबिलिटी इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू टेम्परेचर. सो दिस इज टू. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, फ्रॉम दीज टू स्टेटमेंट्स वी से दैट, देखो यहां KH इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू सॉल्युबिलिटी and solubility is inversely proportional to temperature. So from 1 and 2 we conclude that KH is what? Directly proportional to temperature. So temperature बढ़ेगा तो KH भी बढ़ेगा, but KH अगर बढ़ेगा तो solubility घटेगी. So student, this was a very very important discussion about dependence of Henry's law constant on temperature. Now students, we will discuss some limitations of Henry's law. Students, the first limitation of the Henry's law is that this Henry's law is applicable. Henry's law is applicable for ideal gases only. Means आइडियल बिहेवियर कब आता है स्टूडेंट्स? क्लास 11 में पढ़ा. दैट इज एट वेरी हाई टेम्परेचर, बिकॉज हाई टेम्परेचर पे गैस का सॉल्युबिलिटी कम होगा तो ही प्रेशर बढ़ा के सॉल्युबिलिटी बढ़ाया जा सकता है, एंड एट लो प्रेशर. सो इट इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली अंडर दीज कंडीशन. क्योंकि लो प्रेशर पे सॉल्युबिलिटी कम होगी तो सॉल्युबिलिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए प्रेशर को और बढ़ा लेंगे. सो हेनरीज लॉ इज एप्लीकेबल for ideal gases, that is under these conditions. Second students, Henry's law is not applicable for gases which undergo a chemical reaction in the solution. That means it is not applicable for gases like HCl, it is not applicable for gases like ammonia, for sulfur dioxide, etc. Why students? Because these gases undergo a chemical change. They may undergo ionization or dissociation in the solution. For example, HCl. अब उसने तो वाटर में वैसे भी डिसॉल्व कर ही जाना है ड्यू टू अ केमिकल रिएक्शन और केमिकल चेंज. सो यहां पर प्रेशर बढ़ा के सॉल्युबिलिटी बढ़ाना कोई बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं रखता, बिकॉज वो तो वैसे भी डिसॉल्व कर जाएगा अंडर लो प्रेशर भी, बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट? दिस चेंज. सो गैसेस लाइक HCl, अमोनिया, ये वैसे ही वाटर में बहुत ज्यादा सॉल्युबल होते हैं. फॉर दीज गैसेस हेनरीज लॉ इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल. So students, this was our discussion about Henry's law. Now in next lecture we will study the applications of Henry's law, and then we will discuss some numerical problems based on Henry's law. Because students, Henry's law का सिर्फ स्टेटमेंट नहीं पढ़ना है, आपने उसको अप्लाई भी करना है. एंड कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और स्टूडेंट्स इसको बहुत लाइटर एक टॉपिक समझते हैं और इनफैक्ट स्टेटमेंट के अलावा कुछ प्रिपेयर ही नहीं करते. सो स्टूडेंट्स, मैंने आपको वार्न कर दिया है, ये टॉपिक भी बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू.